going. Are we good to get going here, or are we waiting?
Just waiting on Golden.
Let me just hear Nox one more time.
Hello. Oh, he's testing audio levels. Hello, hello.
You guys are good?
Awesome.
Alright. Whenever you're ready.
Alrighty then. Hello, JRTA. First off, thank you for having me. Let's get these amazing Japanese runners over here for GDQ. This is Journey to Silius. I'm playing the Japanese version, which is called RAF World. The only specific differences are this title screen, which is very different, and the main character sprite. So we're going to try to do warps here. Warps. Warpless did not get incentive, which is perfectly fine. There's still plenty of time to donate for the rest of the runners in the marathon. I'm gonna get started here. Time starts on movement, so I'm just gonna give you a small countdown of 3, 2, 1, and go. Alright. Ow. Good start. So this is Journey to Silius. The one main speed focus in this game is the ability to shift your speeds. You can shift your speeds in this game by holding up. You see, your speed is alternating from 22 to 27 every other frame. And when you hold up, you actually lock your speed. And you need to actually lose and gain speed at different times to make different jumps. But most of the time, of course, you want to stick it at the highest speed. You know, and of course, Journey to Silius, known for its amazing soundtrack, one of Sunsoft's best soundtracks for sure. Top 5 Sunsoft soundtrack, undoubtedly. Alright, so here's the first boss. The first stage is really nothing to, you know, really a nothing stage. Just got a few simple jumps here and there. But the first boss, you have to sit here and wait for him to get to the specific spot. We switch to the machine gun, and right before this guy lands, jump and hold the button. 3 easy kills on those guys, and then we gotta wait another 20 plus seconds for the boss to get back down here. Because they just felt like wasting your time, I guess. We're gonna waste a little bit of our gun here. We actually want to waste all of our gun power before the stage is over with. Because if you don't, you'll actually stay on the machine gun, and we want to go back to the default gun after this, and it saves time. It saves time over going actually back into the menu and switching over to your default gun. Yeah, that's the first stage. You get your health refill and everything at the end of the stage. First 2 stages are pretty straightforward. There's going to be a lot of just killing enemies for lag reduction. A lot in this game. You're going to have a lot of enemies in the lag reduction strats. And a lot of damage boosting, which you're going to see coming up here right now. Gotta go through here. That was a little too wide of an arc, but we managed to save it there. That actually ended up being a really good fall. We got our top speed there, which we're going to slow down here before this guy comes in the picture. It's almost impossible to duck under the bullet there. I don't know what it is about that guy. In the first boss, you could duck under that bullet pretty easily, or first mini-boss, I should say. But for that guy, it just becomes too hard for whatever reason. Alright, we're gonna scroll the screen to a specific point on this level. We want to not go too far ahead, but stay front so those guys shoot left and don't shoot back at you when they come to the right. That way, you can reduce lag as much as possible. And we have to wait here for this little enemy here with his bullets spiraling around. Another mini-boss, we just mash it down. That was really good. I don't think we missed any shots there. So we're going to switch to our new weapon, the homing missile. For this boss. Its core doesn't actually become vulnerable until it stops. It needs 11 shots. We're trying to double tap twice in the air to hit it 5 times. Oh, we missed 1 shot in there. So we had to shoot a couple extra shots there. It's a pretty simple boss. The only thing you have to worry about is the bullets kind of arcing over and hitting you in the legs, which can actually delay you a lot of time. Okay, so now the death warps are going to come into play. Let's hope we can actually get one. The first one is the easier one to get. We'll see if we get it, though. I mean, that doesn't matter since I need to take damage anyways, but that was a little silly. The bullet went right through his head, because hitboxes are a thing. Alright, so we're going to take a lot of damage on purpose here at the beginning of the stage to warm ourselves up for this first Death Warp attempt. We'll say attempt, because it's never guaranteed. Take a damage there, take our last damage right here before we die. What we need to do is go to the side of the screen right before it scrolls. And we need to do a 1-frame tap here. I think I might have already screwed it up by going a little too far forward. But we need to jump and do a 1-frame tap. Hopefully we get it. I'm thinking not, because I accidentally scrolled the screen a little too far. It is on a pixel perfect. Alright. So we got the smallest Death Warp in this stage. We technically did go to the next checkpoint, but it didn't really save too much time. In fact, it didn't save any time at all. So we get to see the rest of the stage. And some of the older strats in this game for the Death Warps. Recently, the Death Warps came out for this game right at the last Big 20, just a couple months ago. And a user by the name of CL Chambers figured out how they were possible, and the record went from a 1020 to an 858. So you cut off a pretty significant amount in any percent in this run now. Alright, this is one of the hardest parts in the game. We're hoping that we can get through here. It takes some interesting damage boosts to get through here. Now we gotta not get trolled, which we did, which is very unfortunate. Okay. We might have managed to save it there. We got trolled. You see the little flame guys that shoot up the flame mines on the ground? Those are completely RNG, so if they hit you, if they open up, there's nothing you can do about it. So we're gonna try the quick kill here, anyways, with no health, and we got it. Nice.
Nice.
It's a pretty close quick kill. You have to dodge between the bullets and everything, but it looks really cool when you do it. All right, so here's stage 4. Yeah, it's pretty difficult. All right, we have a pre-buffered setup. We can't use top speed at all here. And for this Death Warp, this setup gives us a 50-50 chance to actually do it successfully. If we do get it, it chops off over a minute, I would say 20 seconds of gameplay, so it's pretty awesome if you can get it. We'll see if we can or not. Alright, that was a successful frame perfect flick there. I used to just try to tap with my thumb, but I got around to just flicking the D-pad because it's much more consistent than waiting. What we're gonna do here is go to the next checkpoint. This is the safest spot to try a Death Warp in this level. And die right here, and hope we land in the last hallway. Okay, we actually got to the second best Death Warp, which is interesting. It's still a really good Death Warp. We still saved about, I would say, 40 seconds with that Death Warp. If you saw, like, it skips a pretty significant portion of the stage. The best Death Warp would have been down right here. So we saved, I would say, at least 40 seconds there. So that's a damn solid Death Warp. And this Death Warp in this stage is only a 50% chance to even work. So I'll take that. That is good. Pretty good marathon luck for a Death Warp. Alright, so we got this mini boss coming up here. We switched to laser for. He's pretty simple. 6 times and he's done. We're gonna take the safe strats for this boss. There's really quick kill you can do here, but it's really sketchy. And we're also wasting some of our gun ammo again, because, again, we don't want to have to switch back the next stage to our main weapon, because it wastes a lot more time that way. And that boss is incredibly easy, as long as you have the pattern down. He just shoots and opens his core, that's it. Alright, and now we are on the final stage of the game, which is an auto-scroller. So if we did manage to get any donations in during this time, you can read them off and whatnot.
We do not, but I do want to point out to all of the people listening, there is, for this walk, from now until the end of Holy Diver, I think, there is an AV Famicom up for a prize if you donate at least $20 during this time. And AV Famicoms are, pretty cool, I'd have to say.
I'm playing on one right now. They're amazing.
They are amazing.
They are really, it's the best NES system, period. The best, for sure. Comes already with composite built in. It's just a wonderful system. But yeah, it's $20 bucks, guys. That's
20 bucks?
Nothing. That's nothing.
That's pretty good to get your name in for the chance at winning.
Seriously. Maybe Famicom. And you're helping some amazing speedrunners come west.
Make it to the big HDQ.
That's right. One thing I actually failed to mention earlier in this game, you can moonwalk. Remember how up locks your game speed? Well, it locks your game speed backwards as well. So then you can just moonwalk. Get your moonwalk on. Not much to do during the auto-scroller once you've done it a few hundred times, so... just kind of walking around. Moonwalking around.
Auto-scrollers are so silly.
At the time I understood them. Now as a speedrunner it's kind of like... Go without wasting 3 minutes. Alright, so this is the second to last boss. There is a frame-perfect kill on the left part of this boss. It's just copied over. It's the same thing on the right side as it is the left side. But if you hit it frame-perfectly as it's leaving the screen, you'll actually just warp to the final boss. This saves an additional 40 seconds. There's a lot of... yeah.
That's crazy.
There's a lot of huge time saves that are really specific in this game.
Joka donates $20 and says, "Hi, Joka."
What's up, Joka?
Andy and 4H also donates $25 and says, "Bubble Bobble." Thank you, Andy and Joka, for your donations.
Awesome donations, guys. Alright, here's the final boss. Did I mention this was supposed to be a Terminator game? Because it was supposed to be a Terminator game. Last boss is a Terminator. He's dead. Timing is on end of movement, which is now. And that is JRTA4 Silius.
Nice. Good run.
Thank you. And of course, Sunsoft knowing for its excellent soundtrack. This might be my favorite. It's so insanely good. Front to back.
It's actually so good.
1101, that's a pretty dang good marathon time. I'm very happy with that.
Good run, good run.
Appreciate it, thank you.
So coming up next is going to be Contra. You're doing Contra next?
I am doing Contra J.
Yeah, and actually, as soon as you're ready, we can jump right into that.
Yep.
Okay, I'll move it over right now.
Toad, you make Silius look so easy. So if you haven't played that game, it is hard. It is very hard.
It's a pretty tough game. It took quite a bit of grinding to get down to a good time in that game, and then there's a lot of luck based on the warps and everything. But it's so